everyone, welcome back to the cottage. I'm Cheyenne with the Rosevine Cottage Girls, and today we're going to be doing something really fun, and we wanted to bring you along. This is something we are really excited about, and we just cannot wait to get started. So this week we got a package in the mail from Field and Forest Products, and this is some new mushroom spawn that we're going to be doing in our greenhouse. One of the things that we knew when we put a greenhouse up is that we really wanted to be able to grow mushrooms just to make use of the space underneath our shelves. And this mushroom does really well in high heat and on compost. So we decided to go with these. They're fairly easy to grow from the website's description. And so we have our beds prepped. I will take you down here and show you. But first, let's break this open and get you down into another position so you can actually see what I'm doing. And then we'll get started. So Almond Agaricus are in the mushroom family. They're in the button mushroom family. They're very similar to what you'll see in the store, and I've been looking for a while for something to replace our store-bought button mushrooms that we love so much. So when I found this, I was really excited. We've been growing oyster, we've got lion's mane, we have turkey tail, what else? Shiitake. That's it. We put in shiitake in the logs last year. So we're really excited to see how those come out this year. We also have done wine caps. That wasn't successful. We had an issue with keeping the bed moist. I would really love to try that again this year, but for now we got oyster mushrooms. That'll be in its own video. We're going to grow those in buckets. But today we are going to be tackling this. I've got another big storm rolling in, so we're going to do this really quick before it gets bad. If suddenly it cuts and I'm wearing something different, I did not beat the storm, but let's get started. So down here under our greenhouse shelves, it stays consistently wet, but it's also pretty shady, so it's not like I can put more seedlings down here without just having a problem with the lack of light. But it's a big space. I mean, look at this. So we got in here before we have had days and days of rain, but we got in here with wheelbarrows of finished compost, and I think our beds are about 3 inches deep. The deeper the better, really. Hey Charlotte. Hi, you gonna help us cultivate mushrooms? Anyway, once before we were interrupted by Charlotte. We were talking about the depth of our beds. Really, the deeper you get it, the better, because it's gonna help to retain the moisture. And you want well composted, or well finished compost rather. Basically, we're going to take our spawn and break it off into pieces and then bury it in our compost. So basically what we're going to be doing is breaking this block of spawn apart into chunks. Think like ping pong balls or something like that, and then burying them in our compost beds. So we are going to put these in about every 4 to 6 inches. Charlotte is coming to help. We're just going to do these in 3 rows across our bed. And I do have another bed behind me also to fill, so. I'm just gently burying it. And these mushrooms have a tropical nature to them, so they really thrive in high heat and lots of moisture, which makes our greenhouse absolutely perfect for these. Field and Forest recommends beds between 3 and 6 inches deep in compost. If you hear rattling, it's just Charlotte messing around. She's trailing something behind my pots. Charlotte, get out of there. There we go. Alright, I'm going to move the camera up so I can finish. Alright, so we're on to bed number 2. Hopefully you can hear me over the fan. It is very humid today. I'm just going to repeat what I did on the other side on this side. Well, if you wouldn't sniff the compost, it wouldn't go up your nose, Missy. Out. Go that way. Kind of wondering, Charlotte, get out of my shot. Incorrigible. I'm kind of wondering what would happen if I did some between these stones we're putting in here in the greenhouse as the walkway. It would be kind of neat to have mushrooms coming up between them. I don't know that that would work. It may be kind of a nuisance, to be honest. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. the last stretch. There we go. And I think I'm going to try to save some over and see if I can add it to some more grain or sawdust and make more spawn so I can do these in other beds. That would be really neat. Charlotte, are you ready to go home? All right. Alright, so all of our beds are planted and we've got a little bit left over that I'm going to try to cultivate into more spawn so that I can do some more beds. I would love to try this out in our normal garden beds, like under our tomatoes. Straw built up around the potatoes, but there's these little rows in between. That would be really a neat place, I think, to try to grow these also. I've seen them grown under tomatoes and we have, oh, I don't know, 10 rows, 16-foot rows of tomatoes. So that would be really neat to use up some of the dead space underneath. One of the things about only being on an acre is we try to use as much of the space as we have, whether that's intercropping or, you know, we try to put carrots at the foot of our tomatoes or onions with lettuce grown in between, and it helps cut down on weeds, but it also uses up those little spaces just so we have a little bit more space in our garden, especially this year because we grew a lot. Are you digging in my beds? So a 5-pound bag should plant a 3-foot by 3-foot by 5-inch deep bed, or roughly 1 pound of spawn to every 10 pounds of compost at 60 to 70% moisture. And we should start seeing mushrooms as soon as 4 weeks after planting, which will be really nice. A lot of our other mushrooms take quite a bit longer, so it's a much faster reward, I think, anyway. But it's going to be really neat to see these start popping up. And what we're looking for is large white button mushrooms. They'll eventually mature. I'm not sure if you can hear me over that helicopter going over. Anyway, they'll mature into the classic portobello shape. Somebody's messaging me. But they have a mild and tender flavor, and it often has a hint of almond to it, hence the name. But we're really looking forward to growing these, and keep an eye on the channel for some recipes to come, cooking these and what we think of them, because we've never actually had this variety of mushroom before. We've had very similar, but we're really looking forward to it. So until next time, make sure you join us again as we do our oyster mushroom cultivation in the buckets, and I will walk you through all of that. I did that last fall and it was really fun. We actually this time have a different variety of oyster mushroom. We're doing yellow or gold. I can't remember the exact name, but they were absolutely beautiful mushrooms. I can't wait to see them growing. It's just the last time we did these beautiful pink ones, and then these are going to be so stunning with that shock of gold. And you know, I may actually put the buckets in the corner of the greenhouse. Anyway, thank you for joining us again at the cottage. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them down below. Until next time.